Hello, this is Gavin the Fire Alarm and Siren Guy, and I'm starting a new series called Story Time with Gavin. So, I guess you could say this is the pilot episode, or episode 1, or whatever you want to say. Okay. Let's get into the main topic of the video. Okay, when I was in 8th grade, fire drills were a pretty big deal for me. Because I always wanted to set off the fire alarm. I never got a chance to do it in elementary school, since I wasn't really into the hobby at that time. But I started when I was in 4th grade, and 1 year later I decided to drop out of the hobby, and then a year later I decided to go back to the hobby. So at the end of 7th grade, I got a hold with my assistant principal, and I asked permission that if I could, set off the fire alarm for next school year's fire drills, and he said I could, since I got permission. And then, when I entered 8th grade, on the August drill, they forgot that I asked permission, so I was a little devastated. And luckily, my teacher, before she came into retirement, told the principal that they forgot about me, and she told me that they will remember to include me in the next drill. So on Friday, September 28th, 2018, it was just a regular school day. After I came back from PE, and the principal came in. The assistant principal came in to the class to let me know that we're about to have it. And I was so excited, and a few moments later he came back to pull me out of class. And I waited with the custodian of the school and some of the school's staff. And the custodian was telling me how to set off the alarm by key activating it. And I was so excited but nervous, because these particular alarms that the school had were Wewak AS's. And the pull station was Silent Night SD 500-PSDA. I think that's the model. But I know there was Silent Nights. And they had stopper covers over them. And so it was like around 10 in the morning when we had the drill that day. And soon the assistant principal told us that they were ready to start the drill. So basically the custodian hands me the keys to the police station, and we go up to the main entrance of the school where the main office is, the front office is. And then I went over to the police station. And I whipped up the stopper, and the horn was barely boiling. It wasn't even that loud. And I put the key in the police station and I turn it, and I wait for the alarm to go off. And as soon as the annunciator started beeping, then the Wheelock ASs were doing code 3 while the strobes were flashing. It was so loud. And I went to evacuate. Everyone was telling me, "Good job, Gavin." And then after that was lunch time. I went in and got my lunch. And it was a taco day too. And that's one of the good reasons why that day was so special. And I went and go to my brother and some of my friends to talk about it. And then one of the school staff came up to me and asked me how was it like to set off the fire alarm. And I basically told her that it was amazing. And then, at the end of the day, I went home and told my family it was a good day. I'm glad I got to do it in 8th grade, since that was my last opportunity. I'm now in high school, going into 11th grade. And they wouldn't let me pull the fire alarm because there's security stuff going on in the school. And the school is a 3-story building, and it had like 4,000 kids in the school. Well, honestly, I wouldn't really care about it, because at least I got the opportunity. That day, I gotta say, I was pretty proud of myself. I couldn't wipe that smile off my face. After I pulled it, and then October I did it again. February I did it again. And then March, April, and May, which I have videos of, I did it again. The reason why I did it in November, December, or in January, because I know for sure November and January, they just didn't gotten around to do it. And December, I was out of school. And they very likely delayed it too. At least I got to do it 6 times. Everyone in the school, my teachers and the staff, knew I love firearms. And I forgot to mention, before the drill, I told the staff what were the firearms. Like, that one is a Wheelock AS. Either way, I'm sure gonna miss having that opportunity. Well, at least, probably in the near future, I'll be a firearm inspector. White safety tech, I think that's his username. He does firearm inspecting. And Zachary Fleck used to do firearm inspecting, but he doesn't do it as much as he used to. Which, that is a real shame. I kind of miss getting these multiplications. I get so excited anytime he goes out to the field and sets off alarms. So basically, those users inspired me to be a firearm inspector. Well, that'll wait until the near future, I mean. Okay. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.